as I sat and listened to the hours and minutes ticking away. Yeah, just sitting around waiting for my life to begin while it was all just slipping away. These are better days. These are better days, baby. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we play our way. So this is a tutorial for how to play the song Better Days by Bruce Springsteen. First and foremost, I want to give a major shout out to a supporter of mine. You know who you are. I don't know your actual name, but I'm gonna refer to you as Carter. So Carter, thank you for supporting me on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram. You know, you're really a big supporter of my music, and I really appreciate it. So there's anyways, let's get into this tutorial. So there's 4 chords you're gonna need. You're gonna need a D major chord, a B minor chord, an E minor, and a G major bar chord. So this song, I combined both the open chords and the bar chord just to, I guess, be more accurate to the song and to make it sound more authentic. So you're only gonna need one, but technically 2 bar chords, but there's gonna be 2 open and 2 bar chords. So first and foremost, the verses contain the progression D, B minor, E minor, and a G chord. So to start off, we have a normal D major open chord. So what you're gonna do there is you're gonna have a muted low E and muted A string. You're gonna have an open D string. Take your index finger and put it on the 2nd of the G. Take your ring finger and put it on the 3rd of the B. And take your middle finger and put it on the 2nd of the high E. So all together, it would sound like this. For those of you who need a close-up, looks like this. So you have a D chord. So he starts off, well, my soul checked out of missing, I sighed and listened to the hours and minutes ticking away. B minor. Now there's two ways you can play the B minor chord. So excuse me. It's the same arrangement. It's gonna be on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fret. So to play the actual way to play the B minor chord is to have, you're gonna bar the 2nd fret from the A string down. So you're gonna bar the bottom 5 strings with your index finger. It looks like this. I actually bar all 6 strings and I don't strike the low E. It's just, I find it easier to be able to bar all 6 than it is to, bar all 5. It's just, maybe it's kind of counterintuitive, but that's how I work. So then you have your ringing pinky finger on the 4th fret of the D and G string. Then you have your middle finger put on the 3rd of the B. And again, you have that bar on the 2nd fret. So it sounds like this. So it would look like this. If you can't do the full bar, if you're more on the beginner side, then I would suggest not doing the bar and just being able to play, I guess, the major part of the chord. To do that, instead of doing the full bar, what you do is you leave your middle ring and pinky finger where they are on the 4th and 3rd fret, right? Then all you do is take your index finger and put it on the 2nd of the high E. I guess you could call it the lazy man's B minor chord, right? You're still playing it's enough, it's good enough to get through the song. So here, if you're playing like this with the bar chord, or if you're playing it without the bar chord, now for those of you who are more advanced, you might have noticed that my thumb arched over. So what I'm doing there is in order to avoid striking the low E and A string, I use my thumb to mute them. But again, I have big enough hands, you don't have to do it that way. It's just a suggestion or a technique that you can use for those of you who are beginners. So you have a D, a B minor. Then we have our E minor chord. So to play the E minor, you're gonna have an open low E string. Take your middle and ring finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the A and the D. Then you have an open G, B, and high E. So just those all 6 strings. For those of you who need the close-up, looks like this. Okay. So all together one more time. You have a D, B minor, minor. And our final chord is going to be a G major bar chord. Now, you can play, if you're a beginner and you know the G major open chord, this one. So the one that looks like this. See if you can get an angle like that. Then go ahead and play it that way. However, I personally believe that the bar chord sounds a little bit better, and I'm not sure. I think he might have used that. He might use that in the song. Not entirely sure. It just goes better with the strumming pattern, and you can kind of mute. Something like that. So to play that one, what you're gonna do, you're gonna bar the entire 3rd fret with your index finger, so all 6 strings. You take your ring and pinky and put it on the 5th fret of the A and the D. Take your middle finger and put it on the 4th fret of the G. And once again, bar the entire 3rd fret. Sounds like this. If you can't do that, if you can't do the full bar, do what we did with the B minor, and you're gonna leave your middle ring and pinky exactly where they are on the 4th and 5th frets. Then what you're gonna do with your index finger, you're gonna do like a mini bar. You're gonna bar the B and high E to the bottom 2 strings. So if you do it this way, it would look like this. If you do the full bar, it looks like this. And that's literally the entire song, guys. So just to recap, it's time for a review. We're gonna do it slowly one time, then we're gonna do it in full speed the second time. So slowly, D chord. B minor. E minor. And finally the G. Now full speed, but this time with the bar chords, the full bar chords. You have a D. B minor. E minor. G bar chord. So those are 4 chords. That's literally the entire song. Now, all I'm gonna do now is the only time it changes up is during the chorus when you start saying "These are better days." That part. All you're doing is you're playing a G chord and a D chord progression. So it'll sound like this: "These are better days, baby. Yeah, these are better days shining through. These are better days, baby. Better days with a girl like you." So in the beginning, I mentioned that I combined the bar chord and the open chord version. So for the very end of the chorus, you don't have to do this, but I personally, instead of playing the G major bar chord, I played just the normal G open chord. So I say, "These are better days, baby, better days with a girl like you." And that's literally it. That's how I play the song. And once again, major shout out for the suggestion for the song request by Carter. I'm gonna call you Carter. So I thank you very much for supporting, and I thank you very much for your song suggestion, your song request. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're able to get through the song. This lesson was good enough to get you through. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next.